Hi there, this is Aldea, and today I'm gonna give you my review of the Nomad Witch City Salem palette, which looks like this. I'm gonna give you swatches here. I fell in love with this color story as soon as I saw it. This is so very Halloween to me. I love the contrast. I love the contrast. I love the possibilities. Like, it looks so versatile, and I always love a versatile palette. I'm gonna give you 4 looks, this one being the last one, and I'm gonna see you at the end of the looks to give you my full review. Okay, so let's start with our first look with this beautiful palette. I'm really excited to dig into this. And I'm a little bit in a hurry for this first look, so I'm starting with my Sigma eyeshadow primer, which I will use for the entirety of this video. And I'm starting with the shade Haunted Happenings, and I'm putting it roughly in the crease. And yeah, I'm just going little by little at first because I don't know if this is the usual Nomad formula, so I I'm going a little by little just to see how it goes. And as you can see, it goes really well. It's pigmented and it blends well. I just went multiple times in it because, as I said, I'm going little by little. But yeah, really nice crease shade. Then I'm taking the shade Devil's Book. I'm just speeding this part because I really took my time with the placement. And yeah, it's not that the shadows don't work well, it's just me really taking my time. I really love this shade. I always love these kind of shades, and I think it's a great addition in this palette, because it really adds more versatility, instead of just being a usual purple and green Halloween palette. So I really like this. It works really well. I'm just going back and forth between this shade and the Haunted Happenings shade in the edges. And yeah, I really like both of them together. Then I'm taking the shade Seven Gables, and I just want to deepen up the outer part with it. I think this is a cool shade to put in this palette because I think it could be used to deepen up um, almost all of the shades. Like, it goes well with this, in my opinion. It goes well with the greens, with the grays, and also with the first peachy shade, the Haunted Happenings. So yeah, great addition. Then after I put my next glitter primer, I'm taking the shade The Crucible. I'm sorry, I have no idea of what it means or what it is. I haven't looked it up. And I put it on the most part of my lid. This is a beautiful shade, but it's more of like it's not a satin, but you can see it's not the most reflective shade. Still very beautiful. I like the fact that there are several different formulas. And then I take the shade Witchcraft in my inner corner, and actually I really like this. I didn't expect it to be as bright, which makes it a great option for the inner corner. And then I take the shade Old Burying Point, um, and just to make the connection between the Witchcraft shade and the other shades on my lid, because I thought it was a little bit too harsh of a connection before. And yeah, I think it really adds a pretty reflection and a pretty, like, it's more of a gradient now. This is the final look. I really enjoy it. And then this is the middle of the day. As you can see, it did crease, but I'm kind of used to it with reddish shimmers like this. But yeah, it's not horrible, as you can see. Um, I still like this, and this is the end of the day. I'm quite oily, as you can tell. And same thing, it did crease. It's not horrible when I have my eyes open. You can tell, but I think it's, yeah, it's okay. But yeah, of course, it did still quite creased. And when I tap it like this, it, I think it's still okay. Like it doesn't go um, just like it was, but it still goes back quite well. So still points for that. For our second look, I'm taking the shade Seven Gables, and still spitting this because I really took my time. I started with a not so big brush, and I'm just like blending the edges. I really like this kind of shades. I think it's quite versatile um, because it's quite neutral. I think it can go with both cooler other colors or warmer colors. And yeah, I'm just putting this on the majority of my eye. I'm just leave it the inner third blank. It blends really nicely. It's intense. There are no patches. I really like this shade. And also taking this on my lower lash line to connect everything. Then I'm taking the shade Haunted Happenings, and I'm just blending a little bit of the edges with it. Not because it's needed, but just because I wanted this tone on the edges to give it a more um, warm feeling. And yeah, it works really well. It's really rare that I have problems with shades when I use them like this. Then I use my NYX Glitter Primer, and I take the shade Witch Hunt, and I'm gonna put it in the um, outer half of my lid, like where I did put the shade Seven Gables. It's a really nice shade. I really like this undertone of green. And then I'm taking the shade Harvest Moon, which is a great shade in this palette, and I'm putting it in the inner third that I didn't where I didn't put any other shade. And I love a green and orange combo. This orange is really vibrant. It's not vibrant by its reflection because it's not the most reflective shade, but it's very vibrant by its color. And I think by by the contrast between this and the green, it's even more like punchy. I I really enjoy this. Then I'm taking the shade Salem Willows on a tiny brush, and I'm putting this on my lower lash line. I'm going little by little because sometimes I put too much, and it's quite difficult to put it back. So the lower lash line, and as you can see, I'm going um, to my inner corner, but on my really inner corner, I put the shade Witching Hour, which I think it's a is a great connection between those colors. And this is the final look. I really enjoy the way it's looking in the end. Like, this is a combo that I love to do, and this orange is like it's really a standout shade. This is me in the middle of the day, and I think it stayed quite well. It creased the tiniest bit on my on the inner part of my lid, but most of it did not crease. And then in the end of the day, same thing. I'm really oily on my face, um, and I think it's okay on my lids. I always have one lid that is more creasy than the other. So you can see that one is okay and the other one is, well, less okay. But I wouldn't say it's horrible. I always know that Nomad is not the longest lasting eyeshadows on me, but like it's not horrible. Like, I can tap it a little bit. It won't go the same way as before, but it's still okay. I'm sorry but for the way that my hair looks. Like, it wasn't a really good hair day. Then for our third look, I'm taking the shade Hocus Pocus, which I always love, a beautiful purple shade like this. And I'm taking this on the outer part of my lid. I'm gonna do quite the same shape as what I did in the previous look with the shade Seven Gables. As you can see, I'm just putting it in the outer part and blending the edges, and it goes really well. Then I'm taking the shade Spirits and Spells, and I'm blending it in the inner part and on the edges of the Hocus Pocus shade. And I'm going back and forth with the shade Hocus Pocus. I think both of these shades pair really well together, but maybe I didn't need to put it on the edges, because as uh, I have a more warm undertone. Putting grays on the edges is not the best decision. And then I'm taking the black, which is called Witch City, and I'm putting it to deepen the outer part. And well, it's a good black. It works really well. I'm just taking the shade Hocus Pocus again on my lower lash line, and the shade Witch City on my lower lash line as well. And then after I put my NYX Glitter Primer, I'm taking the shade Rope's Mansion, which is so beautiful. It's a really beautiful shade, like a beautiful blue to purple duochrome with sparkles. It's really, really beautiful. And I'm putting it on the majority of my lid. And then I'm taking the lighter purple, which is called Gallows Hill, and I put it in the inner third of my lid. And then the shade Salem Willows that I put on my lower lash line and inner corner. As purple and green is a favorite combo of mine as well. And yeah, this Salem Willows shade is a great inner corner. I really love these kind of shades. And I think that putting a really light inner corner like this with the darker look that's going on. I think it really adds a cool contrast. And this is the final look. I really enjoy this one. I'm sorry, I don't really know what to do with the lighting. I have to get a new lighting soon. This is the look in the middle of the day. As you can see, it did crease a little bit. It's still good in my opinion. And in the end of the day, I think it, well, you can see that it did crease, but I think it's still okay. Same thing as yesterday. It shows, but I think it's still all right. And I'm gonna tap it a little bit to show you. But in this case, it did not really come back as it was. Like you can see that when I just tap it, like it's gone. I can't put it back again. But yeah, it's okay. Then for our final look, I'm taking the shade Salem Commons, which might be my, well, I can't say that it's my favorite color in the palette, but I really really love this shade. And I'm doing this shape where it's not really a cut crease, but yeah, well, you see what I'm doing. I do tiny happy faces from time to time. I really love this. Um, I'm always, relaxing my eyes to see, well, to still see the shadows when it relaxed, because most of the time, if I do my eyeshadows, I lift my brows a little bit, but then if I relax it, I can't see anything that I did. And then I'm taking the shade Dark Demons and I'm putting it as accents. And I wanted to try today to put it in under my brow. This is really heavily inspired by a look that I saw on Instagram. I did credit the other Instagram person that did this when I posted this look on my Instagram channel. And yeah, here I'm taking the shade Salem Willows, and I'm putting it, sorry, roughly on my lid. I didn't put any glitter primer. I just wanted it to be like a touch. And here I'm just taking the shade Salem Commons a little bit more because I didn't want to lose the intensity of it. I think it's such a fun look. Like, not what I would usually do, but I think this is so fun. And I can't believe that I haven't used both of these mattes yet, because yeah, these are some of my favorite kind of shades, and I think they look so very cool together. Okay, so I hope you loved the looks that I did. I tried to do looks that were as different as possible. I used all of the shade except, if I'm not mistaken, except, no, I did use this one. Oh no, I used all of the shades except this one, which looks so pretty, but yeah, I didn't got around to use it, so I will use it someday, just not in this video. I First of all, this is not my first Nomad palette. I have this might be my sixth one, if I'm not mistaken. And this in my opinion, is the second one that I have in their newer formula. I also have the Nomad, the New Zealand Stargazing palette. The other four that I have are the older formula. Like I have the Haunted Europe, I have the Fête de Provence. I bought it like way back then. I have the Paradise Islands, and I have the Iceland palette. I think that's all of the one that I have. So this has a formula that it's more comparable with the New Zealand Stargazing palette. First of all, talking about the formula, the mattes, I really enjoyed using them. They are pigmented, but just what it needs to what it needs to be. Like it's not pigmented to the point that it's hard to blend. They're really it's a joy to work with these. Would I recommend it to a beginner? Maybe not, because it's pigmented, and I think that for beginners, you kind of need it to be more buildable. But I like using this. I realize how I love this formula. I really do. The shimmer, I really enjoyed them as well. There are different formulas in this. Like this one, for example, is more. It's not a satin, but it's more toned down than, for example, this one. I think you can see, or yeah, this one is quite intense as well. Like you can see the difference in the reflection. I think that they are all easy to work with, like they are very fine. But like both of these are not as impactful. They are impactful with their colors, but not with their like sparkles or shiftiness or anything. I don't think there are any shifty. Yeah, this one is shifty. I'm sorry, I haven't swatched it yet. You already saw the swatches, but I didn't do it. Yeah, I think this is the only shifty shade. I may be mistaken. I love how they are all very different. They are all kind of matching the shades that they are next to. Sorry. So we have more of a purple realm here, a more grayish here, oranges, greens. This is also green, and yeah, this to me it's sort of a green also. So these all go together really well. You have some darker options. You have, as I said, some satin option, more sparkly options. You have neutral options. You have light and dark. And in the mattes as well, you have very dark tones. You have some more mid tones. You have lighter tones. I really enjoy this. I was able to use this as an inner corner. If your skin tone is lighter than me, you might not use it that way. But I think you could still use it maybe in the crease. I'm really loving this color. Sorry, I really recommend this. I think that you can do so much with this. Of course, it looks Halloweeny, but I think like the looks that I did wearing these with this in the inner corner, I think that was the first look. It doesn't scream Halloween to me. You can do some greenish looks, like monochromatic looks, that will not scream Halloween, what I have on right now, to me, it's really Halloweeny, but green and purple is one of my favorite combos to do. And I think it's so fun. But yeah, you can mix and match so much. I love purples with oranges. I love purples with greens. I love this reddish tones. I loved pairing it with these kinds of colors. I love doing like the red with the green, and all purples, all greens. I really, really enjoy it. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I love this. I love the way it applied. I love the way it looked. I love all of the options that you have. The only downside that I have is the fact that on my lids, on my hooded oily lids, it did crease. Not all of them at the same intensity, if I can say that. But like this one did, and you could like really see it. I think this one did as well. You could really see it, but when I tapped it, it went back to almost normal. So I think like I have to give the formula credits for it. Today I don't really have any shimmer on my lids. Like I have it, but I usually crease like on this line here, like the one that falls under my skin, you know. I hope you can see. Yeah, like you can see that line. This is where I tend to crease, and today I don't have any shimmer shades there, so I don't have any problems, and my mattes don't crease. If you don't have any problems with creasing and you think you're gonna enjoy this, if you love the color story, yeah, really go for it. I really recommend this palette to you. If you are prone to creasing, just be aware that they will probably crease. Not and like it won't be horrible. You can tap it and it will go back a little bit, but it won't go back to like a perfect eye look, and it will not last all day. When I look straight up like this, or like when I keep my my pupils at like a straight level, you can't really see that it creased. But if I look down, of course you can really see it. So keep that in mind if you are interested in this. But I'm so in love with this color story. I'm so glad that I bought it, and I'm so in love with the packaging as well. I have to like give it a shout out, because like even the frame here is so beautiful. You have the same frame on the back, and it's like a sort of paper, but like from a card, from an expensive invite, you know. When you're like invited to a wedding or something. This is their lenticular. Oh yeah, I didn't really show it in the beginning of the video, but this is what it looks like. Also, I wanted to show you this. This is the cardboard box it comes in, and I love this as well. And I don't want to open it and rip it open, but on the inside there is, can you see that? Let me move my light. There is a whole other color story inside. Like, can you see that? There's a house, and like it's the red thing that you see, it's written "Do not enter," and there's are some like spooky pumpkins. yeah, I think it's a cute touch because, like, cute, maybe cute isn't the right word, but when I saw it, I was like the attention to details from this brand is always so good. And yeah, I didn't show it either, but there are a lot of embossings on the shades. Like, you have little pumpkin, here you have a cauldron. You can't really see very well because of course I used it, but here you have a bat, and here you have a cat. Can you see the cat? Maybe. Here you have the, what's it? Yeah, Seven Gables, which is a location, like it's a house. And here you have the profile of a witch that you already also have here. This is the Nomad logo. All of the shades have embossings. I think I talked about all of them. Oh no, there are another one. Yes. On the Hocus Pocus shade and on the Gallows Hill, there's like a big tree. It almost looks like the tree from The Conjuring, like it's a spooky tree. So yeah, and also I think Nomad is I won't say affordable, but it's not as expensive as other brand may be. Like, I think this is somewhere like, I think it's like 55 euros. I'm not entirely sure. I will put the price here. But yeah, I'm so very happy with this purchase. I wished, of course, that it stayed better on my lids, but I mean, I'm still really happy with it. Let me know if you have it, if you maybe are interested in it. I hope that I could be helpful to you if you were like trying to know if this palette was for you. I will definitely use it more. I actually I can't wait to use it more. Thank you so very much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a like. Maybe even subscribe if you haven't already, and hopefully I will see you in my next one. Bye!